Yo, what's up guys? In this video, I'll be teaching you how to use triple edit binds in Fortnite. First, I'll show you how to set them up with Fortnite's new settings, and then I'll explain exactly how triple edit binds work, why they're faster than edit on release, and I'll also answer the biggest questions you guys have been asking under my last video. In my last tutorial, I didn't really explain things as deeply as I feel like I should have, so it left a lot of you guys confused. So this video is going to serve as an update to the last one. Enough yap, let's hop into it. Fortnite added a new bind slot called reset, so you no longer need a keyboard software to do this. The first thing you need to do is go turn off edit on release. Having this option turned on is literally pointless when using triple edit binds because you'll be confirming every single edit with your side mouse button. It's the main reason why this setup is so much faster, but I'll get more into that later. Now you need to go into your edit binds and put whatever edit key that you're using into the first slot. Then you need to choose a bind that you want to use to confirm all of your edits. I prefer and highly recommend that you guys use your side mouse button, but it'll work for whichever bind you choose. This bind will go into your second slot. Just be sure that the bind that you're choosing is on a different finger than what your edit bind is. Otherwise, there's really no point in using triple edit binds, and I expand more on that later in this video. Now you can go down to resets and put your scroll wheel reset there. Before Fortnite added a reset bind, you needed a keyboard software to set these up. So if you're console KBM, you guys can now use these too. This also means you can now use it on controller, so if you're on a controller, just follow the previous steps. Now that we have our binds set up, I'm gonna hop in creative and show you guys how to actually use them. Okay, so how this works is obviously you press your edit key to enter an edit, then you press left click to select, and then whatever bind you put in your second slot for edit, you're gonna use to confirm. So for me, that's side mouse button. So I press side mouse button to confirm. Now before I fully explain on why they're faster than edit on release, I'm first gonna show you guys some clips of me using triple edit binds so you can just see for yourselves. Okay, I think we can both agree that that is extremely quick. So why is it faster than edit on release? This is one of the most popular questions under my last tutorial, and there's actually a few reasons why they're faster. Number 1, whenever you're using edit on release, the game is waiting for you to release left click to automatically confirm your edit. However, whenever you're using triple edit binds, you're able to confirm your edits before you even lift off of left click. This means that the millisecond that I press down on left click to select an edit, I'm able to confirm it. To represent this visually, take a look at my hand cam. As you can see, I'm able to confirm my edits before I even lift my finger off of left click. But if I'm using edit on release, as you can see, I need to release left click for the game to start auto-confirming for me. Number 2, why is it faster than using one single edit bind with edit on release turned off? Triple edit binds is just edit on release turned off, but you have more inputs to press, so how is it possibly quicker? Well, the best way I can explain that is just imagine typing with one finger versus typing with multiple fingers. The number of keys doesn't change, but distributing the work lets you perform the sequence faster. For example, me pressing E twice with one finger is always going to be slower than me pressing E once with one finger and then using a separate finger to press a different bind immediately after. I'm just completing a total of 2 inputs much faster this way. This is why I'm able to do double edits so fast and why when people see my clips, they often mistake it for a macro. So if triple edit binds are so good, then why doesn't everybody use them? Well, the answer is they do come with a downside. You're adding another bind into your editing setup, and depending on your current binds, that can be easier said than done. A lot of players end up having to move other binds around just to make room for a comfortable confirm bind, which can create new problems and force you to relearn parts of your muscle memory. So while I personally think the advantages are worth it, that's something you'll have to decide for yourself based on your own binds and your playstyle. So now that we've covered why triple edit binds can be faster, the next question is, how do you actually learn them? Because understanding why they're faster is one thing, but if you don't practice them correctly, then you're probably going to struggle with consistency and you'll just end up switching back before you ever see the benefits. So here's the best way to practice triple edit binds and learn them as efficiently as possible. One of the biggest mistakes that I see people make is trying to go as fast as they can right away. Instead, focus on minimizing the time between each individual input. Think about the sequence: edit, select, confirm. You want those inputs to flow together smoothly with as little hesitation as possible. So start slow enough that you can perform the sequence consistently and then gradually speed it up over time. The goal is to get to the point where you can't even see your blue tiles when you're selecting edits, but that's going to take time, so like I said, start slowly. Another tip is to practice simple repeatable edits instead of immediately jumping into complicated retakes. Something as basic as editing and resetting a wall over and over is enough to build the muscle memory. Once the inputs start feeling automatic, then you can move into more complicated things such as edit courses, free building, and just other more advanced mechanics. The most important thing that I cannot stress enough is that you focus on accuracy before speed, because if you're constantly missing confirms or selecting the wrong tiles, then you're just reinforcing bad habits. Clean and consistent repetitions will help you improve much faster than mindlessly spamming edits. And finally, do not expect to switch to triple edit binds and become twice as fast in just a week. Learning a completely new editing method takes time, and there will probably be days where it feels like you're getting worse instead of better, and that's normal. Stay consistent, trust the process, and if you put in enough quality practice over time, the speed and consistency will come naturally. Okay, so by this point, you probably have a pretty good understanding of what triple edit binds are, how they work, why they're faster, and the best way to learn them. But after posting my last triple edit binds tutorial about 6 months ago, there were still hundreds of questions that kept popping up in the comments. So before we wrap up the video, let's go over some of the most common questions and clear up a few misconceptions. One question I saw a lot is, isn't this just a macro? And the answer is no. A macro is when one input triggers multiple actions automatically. With triple edit binds, every action still requires its own individual input. You press your edit key, you select the tiles, and you press your confirm key. Nothing is being automated and no single button is performing multiple actions. You're simply using a separate bind to confirm the edit instead of relying on edit on release or pressing the same edit key twice. Another question I got was, what makes it triple edit binds? How is it 3 edit binds? Well, the reason why it's called triple edit binds is because you're effectively using 3 separate edit related binds. You have your main edit key, your confirm key, which can also be used as an edit key, and your scroll wheel reset, which functions as an edit bind as well. So while you're not literally pressing 3 edit keys during every edit, the setup revolves around 3 separate edit related binds, which is where the name triple edit binds comes from. The last question I want to answer is one I've been seeing a lot lately across all of my videos, and that's whether I can personally help people improve or coach them. The truth is, it's pretty difficult for me to help everybody one-on-one through YouTube comments, so because of that, I'm thinking of creating a Discord server focused entirely on Fortnite improvement, a place where you guys can ask questions, get advice on mechanics, share clips, get feedback, and help each other improve. If that's something you'd be interested in joining, let me know down in the comments, because if enough people want it, I'll put one together. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully I was able to answer some of your questions and help you better understand how triple edit binds work. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more Fortnite improvement content, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.